Good day, time for another video update. First up we have a couple of, I think, 90s Polish bootlegs on cassette. First up we have Possessed Beyond the Gates with the Eyes of Horror EP included. This was released by Combat Records in '86 originally, and I discovered Seven Churches a long time ago, and I think I might have listened to this briefly, but it was not as extreme as Seven Churches, so I never paid much attention. But some people have shown the very cool vinyl of this, so I decided to pick this one up. And it's not as intense and brutal as Seven Churches, but it's very good thrash metal. And this tape is just like this, and the J card, quite simple, but Possessed, very good. Eyes of Horror EP is probably a little bit better than the full length, but I still prefer Seven Churches. But this was really cool listen. So if you haven't heard Beyond the Gates or Eyes of Horror, check it out. Next in the bunch we have Birmacht by Wehrmacht, released in '88 through New Renaissance Records. And this band I listened to a long time ago, but didn't remember. But I picked this one up, and I now remember why it didn't stuck with me, because they mix a lot of silly stuff with chants about beers and stuff with excellent fast-paced thrash metal bordering on death metal almost, and then they mix out in some track sounds a little bit like Bad Brains. Not my cup of tea, so it's very uneven. It's just under 30 minutes in length, and maybe 75% of it ranges from good to very good, but the rest is very bad. And I can't remember their first full length, Shark Attack. I can't remember if it contains silly stuff also, but when it's good, it's very good. And this band just did two full lengths before calling it quits. And yeah, this tape is actually have the track listing, and this track listing is wrong. And also the J card is very simple, and this track listing is also wrong. They spelled some things, but check it out if you like silly thrash. Moving up a notch, this is To the Gory End by Cancer. And Cancer is a band I was made aware of in the last couple of years. This very iconic cover people have showed and talked about, and I finally found it when I haven't been looking for it, but it was a seller on Facebook Marketplace, I believe, who has sold a lot of these, and these were the four ones I picked up, and very glad I picked Cancer, because this is their debut full length. They were from England, formed in '87, and This is very good thrashy death metal. Sounds a little bit like Obituary. Very cool riffing, and this tape sounds quite good. And this is 35 minutes in length, 9 tracks, and I think the follow-up, Death Shall Rise, is also supposed to be very good. And this tape looks like this, and this actually, I think everything is in order, and the J card looks like this. So this is the only one I think that actually have the correct song titles and length. But you haven't checked out Cancer like I had not. Check them out, because this is very, very good. And the last bootleg tape is Messiah, Choir of Horrors. And this one I had never heard of before, but Marty Worm, in one of his videos with Alan, talked about Messiah and this particular album. So that's the reason I picked this one up. And they are from Switzerland, formed as early as '84. And apparently, looking on Spotify, I had heard their sophomore release, Extreme Cold Weather, but this sounds a lot different. This is very thrashy death, or brutal thrash, something maybe more thrashy than death metal. But it was released in '91 through Noise, and 8 tracks, around 38 minutes. It's very, very good stuff. And if I had to choose between these 4, I would pick these 2, and then Possessed, and lastly Wehrmacht. But cool stuff. Would have been nicer to have originals, but what can you do? Moving on to some CDs. This is In the Sign of Evil and Obsessed by Cruelty by Sodom. Obsessed by Cruelty, the first full length released in '86, and In the Sign of Evil, their first EP, released in '85. But this is a 1988 Steamhammer compilation with the both of them. And the Sodom should not need an introduction. They are still going strong and have been for a very long time. I discovered them a long time ago with Agent Orange. And I have Agent Orange and Marooned Live that came out in some time in the 90s, and also their latest Genesis from 2020, I think, one of the best releases from 2020. And I saw someone, maybe Jürgen's video, maybe, and decided I need to pick up every full length they have. And I found this one for starters, and this is very good, very evil sounding. This one has apparently there's something wrong with the what is it called, After the Deluge. It's not featured on this CD. It says that it's 19 tracks, but Burst Command Till War has an intro and outro that's separate tracks, so it's very strange. With 19 tracks and very good stuff. It kind of reminds me of Eternal Pain. Is it called that? Creators First. Teutonic, evil sounding thrash metal. Very good. A lot of very cool drumming with great riffing, and the vocals are very good. So check out In the Sign of Evil and Obsessed by Cruelty by Sodom if you have not. And for some more modern music, this is Sanctify the Darkness by the band Suicidal Angels. And Suicidal Angels is a band from Greece. They were formed in 2001, and I think someone showed one of their later releases. This, however, is their second full length. Came out in 2009 through Nuclear Blast, and it contains 11 tracks and it's 38 minutes in length. And I read somewhere in some hype sticker or something that it's for fans of Creator, Exodus, and Death Angel, and I think that's pretty accurate. Fast-paced, modern-sounding thrash metal, quite catchy lyrics. It's a digi sleeve, and see, it looks like this. So if you want some modern thrash metal, very good, check out Sanctify the Darkness by Suicidal Angels. I actually think this is so good that I ordered a follow-up, which I can't remember the name of, but it's in the mail. And for some 2022 releases, this is Carnal Savagery with the album called Scent of Death. It was released last month by Moribund Records, and I talked about Carnal Savagery last year. They released their second full length, and this is their third full length in as many three once a year they release, and they keep getting better. Finish was very good, but this is even better. If you like HM2 old school Swedish death metal with modern production, you should check out Carnal Savagery. This one contains 10 tracks, but the CD is a bonus track, and it's very good, very good. Hints of autopsy, and the lyrics are more Cannibal Corpse, but very good stuff. Scent of Death by Carnal Savagery. And lastly, we have Eternal Perdition with an album called Burnt Offerings, also released in 2022 through Bestial Invasion Records. In February, I think it was released, and this is a band from Norrköping, Sweden, and it's a three-piece also, but according to Metal Archives, they were formed in 1998 under the name Disguster and released 3 demos, and sometime after 2018 they changed name to Eternal Perdition, and this is the only thing they have released. And this is full length, but it contains 7 tracks, and it's almost not even 20 minutes in length. But I usually talk about they should have shortened it, but this is not. This is actually perfect length, because it's very intense and aggressive, dark and death metal, bordering on war metal at times. But it's not full steam ahead all the time. They slow down, and the production and the guitar tone is very good. The drumming is excellent, and the sound of the drums, thumbs up. It's really fitting to the music. And if you like Tatum Blood, this could be something to check out. But if you like, I don't know, they sound quite unique actually, and the layout is quite nice. They have some quotes from the Bible and stuff, and some other stuff, some Francesco Maria Guaso, some old dude in 16th, 17th centuries that said something, and the lyrics are quite not Christian friendly, but very good stuff. One of the better releases from 2022, along with the Carnal Savagery. So check out Eternal Perdition, Burnt Offerings. That was it for today's video. Have a nice day.